Hi, happy July 5th. It's the day after the long weekend and we're all trying to recover, but I thought it was a great time to come on and start answering some of the questions that I got on my Instagram question on if anyone had any questions. So I did get quite a few and I'm going to try to run through them as quickly as I can, but still, you know, that's not real possible with me. I talk a lot, but we'll see what happens. If it gets too long, I'll put it into two, but I'm going to probably start a new thing and it's going to be titled Let's Chat, and many times I'll be answering questions on Let's Chat and other times I'll just be chatting about stuff. So anyway, here will be the first official Let's Chat questions answered, okay? First question that I got from the Instagram question was, how did you meet your husband? We met in college. We both went to Purdue University in Indiana, and it's a cute little story. I'll try to make it fairly quick, but basically we were both studying at the student union. It's sort of this, yeah, you know what student unions are probably, right? Anyway, we were both studying. I was with a girlfriend, but he was by himself, and he was at one table over there, and we were at this other table, and I kept looking at him, and he kept looking at me, and it was the cutest thing ever, and my friend caught the fact that we were looking at each other, and she looked at me. She'd known me since high school, and I looked at her and I said I'd have his babies, which is a really weird thing for me to say. I mean, I can't even imagine myself saying that, but I remember saying that, and it's so funny because I ended up having them. So weird, but I did say that, and so we kept looking at each other, and then he got up to, I went to go to the bathroom. I wanted to check myself, make sure I was looking good. And then as I was coming back, I saw that he was leaving. So I quickly went behind him. I was just following him out. And he went to hold the door for whoever was behind him, and it was me. And it was so cute. I mean, he like stopped in the middle of holding the door and stopped all the traffic behind me and everything. It was just like saying hi and stuff. It was the cutest thing ever. So anyway, we met in college and we've been together ever since. And yeah, we will be married. We're at year 27 right now, married 27 years. So anyway, September is our anniversary, September 10. My favorite handbag. By the way, that was from Mrs. Lovegren. She asked the question about where we met. Sue Marsh 008 says, favorite handbag, anything special on your wish list? You know what? I have the hardest time choosing which is my favorite. It's like my favorite of the moment or my favorite of the month. By the way, whatever happened to that tag? I thought it was supposed to kind of continue every month, but it kind of didn't. Anyway, I have several that I will never get rid of. You know what I mean? Ones that I think are just perfect for different things in my life. And one of them is the Neverfull by Louis Vuitton. I have it in the Damier Ebene. And I love that thing. I do not want to carry it every day, but it's so helpful and wonderful for those times that I do. I love the Pochette Métis. Again, I can't carry that every day, but when I need it, that thing, it just works perfectly for me. I love that bag. Any Speedy, whether it be bandolier or not, I almost tend to prefer the ones that aren't bandolier, strangely enough. Bandolier. I don't know, just the classic hand carry or a crook of the arm thing, just grab and go. I really like that. It's less weighty, it's really light with the canvases, and I really do like the Speedies. So Speedy 30 would be a classic. My Chanel Jumbo single flap is just beyond words wonderful. It's just that perfect bag for certain situations, but not every day. So I don't really have a favorite for every day. And I think she said, my phone keeps going black, anything on your wish list? Well, I always have something on my wish list, but you know what? Right now I don't have one specific bag in mind that I'm just dying for. I'm just really trying to weigh my options and think what's next on the horizon. And I'm also really trying to use what I have. I know that sounds easier, it's easier said than done, but you know, when you're a handbag lover, you're always looking for the next thing, and that shouldn't always be the way, I don't think. So I'm trying really hard to just love and enjoy the ones that I have that I do love. So anyway, that's the answer to that. Carlotta Moria, hi sweetheart. Carlotta says, favorite season and activity for that time of year? Like the handbag thing, I don't know that I have a favorite season, although I think it's autumn. I love autumn, fall, whichever you want to call it. But in general, I don't think I could be a person that could live somewhere that the seasons didn't change. I mean, I guess I could live there as long as I traveled to other places that had the change of seasons, particularly autumn. So there's something so magical about having, you know, that crispness in the air and the leaves turning all those gorgeous colors and, you know, all that really neat stuff, and putting on the sweaters, and, you know, I just love that time of year. So everyone's kind of hunkering in more and football season starts, and I'm one to yell at football. By the way, I have a really embarrassing video of myself screaming at the TV when I was watching a football game like about a year ago. My daughter happened to be munching on chips on the couch, and she just happened to secretly videotape me screaming my head off. And I talk really fast in general, in real life especially, and I can't even understand what I said. It was so just completely, it's hilarious. So I might actually get the guts to show you. I have my hair up in I look like Fu Manchu. It's the weirdest thing. I look horrible, but I might just show you because it was insanely weird. Let me know if you want me to see that. Anyway, or if you want to see that. But Carlotta, basically, I love all the seasons. They just, I don't think I could be anywhere that didn't change. Spring is lovely, although spring's probably my least favorite, strangely enough. I love summer when it's not too hot. Winter, I'm a winter girl, and I live in the Chicagoland area, so it's perfect because we get a lot of winter here. Thanks for the question. Sumatra, best trip you've ever taken, dream vacation. Best trip I've ever taken. That's a really tough one. My husband and I have we started off as soon as our kids were pretty much old enough to appreciate it. We've taken them all over the world, and it was just something that was very, very important to us to have family trips with a lot of family memories. And some people consider vacations and trips like that, you know, kind of money thrown away, it's gone after the week is over. But for us, that has just really drawn our family very, very close together, and we have had so many amazing experiences and just, you know, crazy travel things that have happened and how we dealt with them, and, you know, the stories that we have are pretty great. So it's hard to pick a favorite, although I'll have to say we did a trip in Italy that was absolutely amazing. We went so many places in Italy, but there are still places I need to go, so I'm not counting that out. I want to go back. But basically we did a lot of Italy, and I absolutely love that vacation. We had another one where we went to the Netherlands and then up through Belgium and into France, and that was fantastic. We've gone to Ireland and Germany several times, and Hawaii several times, and Mexico, and we've just been all over the place, and it's been so much fun. We've had so many good adventures. So where would I like to go next? I am really, really wanting to go to Machu Picchu. I want to go there so badly. I want to be able to walk around and see everything there is. I need to be able to I want to go before I'm too old to really be able to hike around and you know, get a good lot of good out of it. I really want to go there. I also would love to go to Australia, New Zealand. Those would be amazing places to go. My daughter went to New Zealand and she loved it. Let's see, I want to go to either Bali or like Bora Bora, Tahiti, one of those. That would be fantastic, somewhere in the French Polynesia area. I'd love to go to Thailand. I would love to go to Thailand. And I also want to do like Norway, Sweden, and that kind of thing. I've not been there. So those are basically my wishes. Is that enough? And I just got, okay, let's see. Miss Viv 1907 asks, were you into luxury handbags when your kids were little? And if so, which ones did you use the most? I started luxury handbag loving, I hope it's not focusing on that tree. I think that this is focusing on that tree more than anything. Here, let me just move you around this. Maybe it'll just focus on me. Okay. I'm having focusing trouble with my camera. I'm so sorry. Now I'm a little crooked, but oh well, you get the idea, right? Okay. I have always loved handbags. I grew up loving handbags. I don't know what the heck it is, but I had an obsession since I was probably 7, 8 years old, seriously. And I will have to do a video about my, you know, my whole progression of my handbag obsession. But basically, when my kids were little, I mostly carried Coach handbags when my kids were little. Before I even had Coach, I had a Gucci in college, and then I had another Gucci after that, and then I went to Coach for a very long time. And I did not have my first Louis Vuitton bag until I believe it was the year 2007, 2006. Possibly the petite bucket bag. And then that started that whole thing. So that's, you know, I've been crazy for those ever since. And then, you know, recently Chanel. So anyway, I've just always loved bags of every type. Little zippered bags, little pouches, little pencil bags, tote bags, any bag in the world. I absolutely love bags. And I have no idea why. No clue whatsoever. But that's sort of my answer to that question. A. Lucas 1877 asks, what is your favorite fragrance? I did a video on my perfume collection, and it didn't really occur to me until I did that video that almost everything I wear has a basic note of citrus in it. So I was joking that I smell like a fruit salad, and I pretty much can, attest that that is true. Almost anything I get, I don't really like anything heavily floral. Most of the time, lately, I've been wearing Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. That's what it's called. Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. I wear that probably most of the time now, recently. There's a grapefruit scent that I wear. I wear mostly things that are citrusy, basically lemony type smelling. So that's, that's that. Pink to Paris. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Jen. Love your channel. What's the most important thing you learned at VidCon, and will you be going back next year? VidCon. That was a very interesting experience. And the funny thing is, the thing that I learned the most that was most important to me going to VidCon wasn't even about VidCon itself, it was about me. I learned that I can travel off and go to some place big like that all by myself. It was a little intimidating to do so, but you just jump in and you just do it. And I have to be honest with you, I'm so incredibly glad I did. It was a fabulous experience, just even for myself, to know that I'm able, in my own world, to just go do something like that and just be there by myself and make it work. And it did. But for VidCon itself, let's see, what I learned is that everybody is smaller in person than what they look like on camera. Everybody I saw that I've been watching for years, I saw them in person, and you're amazed at how much smaller they are. It's really interesting. That's one silly thing. I learned a lot about marketing your channel and all that kind of thing, and I don't know if much of it applied to me for many different reasons, but that it's a business, and for me it's more of a hobby, and you can really delve into all the different ins and outs of the analytics and all those kind of things for your channel. So it is worth going to, definitely, to go to all those classes and things, especially if you're approaching YouTube as a business for yourself. So I would highly suggest that anybody do that. Will I go next year? I might. I have not counted it out. I don't think that I feel the need to, but right now I'm not counting it out at all. I had a great time. So yeah, let's go together. That'd be fun. Okay, let's see. Happy-go-lucky 1111. Love your chat videos, Jen. What motivates you each day to do what you do and to make videos? Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know what motivates me. Basically, I'm chatty, and I tend to really like to know about other people too. And the sad part is you are answering me back when you do get to text me or answer Instagram questions or any of the comments when you do answer me back. So it does feel like a conversation for me. I get to hear what you guys are liking and why is it focusing up there now. I'm having serious focus problems. I'm so sorry. Pretend like this isn't blurry, and we'll get through the rest of it. So basically, I don't know what motivates me. Basically, you guys do. Because at first it was a little frightening, and now every time I get on, it's like I'm talking to friends. And hopefully you feel that too, because you guys are my friends, and that's what's so fun, is chatting with friends. Things I like, 1234 asks, hi there, where did you get your Chanel Jumbo? I got my Chanel Jumbo from Fashion File. It is pre-loved. Obviously, it's a single flap, and you can only get them pre-loved. I will do a video on that because I've been meaning to do so for the longest time, but I'll give you the full-on story about that. But I did get it from Fashion File, and it's in excellent condition, and I do recommend Fashion File. So I will talk about that more in that video. Thanks for the question. Let's see here. Nicole_Darky asks, what do you do for a living? Well, at the moment, I do not work a paying job, but basically I am the person who runs around doing all the stuff in the house to make the family happy. I used to, let's see, how do I describe this? I used to teach school. I was an elementary school teacher, second grade. I taught for a very short period of time. Right after I graduated from college, I graduated in elementary education. And then my husband traveled around a lot after we got married with his job in different locations, so it was impossible really to be a teacher and be moving so often. So that stopped, and I've worked in a bank, and I've worked as a nanny for a long time. And I've worked many different jobs, actually, just little different things here and there depending on where we were moving to. I worked in a daycare center with little ones. Usually it's with kids. I do a lot of volunteering and have my whole life. Basically, let's see, I have not worked for a while. My kids were in school. I was a stay-at-home mom, and then when they were in older grades in middle school, I worked as a secretary in their middle school, and then they went on to high school and so forth, and I still worked there because it was fantastic. I loved working in the middle school. That was so much fun. So, and then we moved here, and I have not worked since. So it's all over the place, that question. So there, it doesn't really answer a whole lot, but you know, gives you the general idea. Fergie 313 asks, what's your idea of a perfect day? My idea of a perfect day is one very similar to today. Today is just perfect outside. It's just sunny and breezy, but not too hot. It's not humid. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. My family is home. We're still having vacation time. So everyone's kind of home and doing their own thing and relaxing. We're all just kind of puttering around doing whatever. In general, that's kind of my idea of a perfect day, where people are just relaxed and it's a lovely day and the world is yours. You can do what you want with it. I love those kind of days. Puckish Perez, hey Jen, what city or country would you live in if you could live anywhere? In a perfect world, I would live about 9 million years, and I would live like a year in every single country, in every single place. I would love to just pick up and, you know, rent a place for a month and live everywhere, you know, just for a while, and like live there, not like a tourist, but more like, you know, go grocery shopping and cook and, you know, be a local. And, you know, I would love that. I love exploring. I love traveling, as you know. So let's see. I think I would love to live perfect place. That's so hard, because I really love the change of seasons. Although I can also imagine being very happy, you know, in this beautiful beach house overlooking the ocean, you know, kind of thing. Sounds good too. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really tough one. It's a fantastic question. I would like to try living just about everywhere. I would like to rent a little home in Italy somewhere, just for a month, you know, check that out. I would love to live somewhere in Mexico, somewhere, you know, just, I would love to go all in Europe. I would love to go somewhere like, I can't even tell you. We definitely want to go live in like the Amsterdam area sometime. My husband and I, he's, you know, lived in Holland for many years, so when he was growing up, so we would love to do that, and he speaks Dutch. I would go anywhere, and I could make myself be happy. I have no problem moving at any given time. So that's how I am. Sue Homebody, your favorite stores to shop for clothes? Well, I would have to say, hands down, the number one store that most of the clothing items I own are from is from Loft. I shop at Loft a lot. This is Loft. Many things are Loft. Or Ann Taylor. I do go to Ann Taylor sometimes too also. Or Target. I actually have, my favorite jeans are from Target. I love Target. I get a few things at Nordstrom. But hands down, I'd have to say Loft. I get a lot of things from Loft. Human Unavailable asks me, how are you? Well, I'm doing just fine. How are you, sweetheart? I love that. How are you? I'm doing well. I really am. You know, I have my moments and my days, but